Barry Cotts, yes, and here at Bayswater over its quarter time, and it's a very handy 25-point lead to Bayswater. Bayswater 6-2-38, leading Croydon 2-1-13. Goal kickers for Bayswater, 2 to Kieran Miller and singles to Grubb, Bryce Galvin, Hoare and Kiddo, whilst for Croydon just 2 single goal kickers, Jared Clark and Justin Ficcarelli. And Ray, first quarter belonged to Bayswater, didn't it?
It certainly did. They controlled the quarter, as I said, but Paul McCormick wouldn't be happy that they let Croydon in with 2 goals right at the very end of the quarter.
Yeah, and Brett, it's almost like watching David versus Goliath. Let's get going.
Let's get back into it as Hodka takes the ball from another hit out by Benson. He's having a very good game, Benson, for Croydon, and they've got a free kick. So Hodka, if they could get one here at the start of this quarter, would really give them a fillip as the ball goes forward for Thompson. Thompson can't get there, and it's towards the boundary, but nicely kept in. They just look composed at the back. Bayswater, don't they? There's a beautiful kick, and Joel Galvin marking it towards the back pocket. Little short kick. Just too easy for them to transfer the ball. McInerney. Wayne McInerney goes down the line. That's nicely done. I think it's Kiddo over there. Turns around, goes down the line. They're hugging this touchline. That's a nice mark. Beautifully taken there by Dixon going back. And he does well. It's a bit of a shonky kick. Freeman has to go back. Just look for a man. He gets a kick out wide. And he does pretty well on the end too. Picks out Christie. And Christie marks at half back. So 25-point margin at the moment. Christie goes down the line. That's not a great kick. And it's been cut off back there by Moore. Ball on the ground. Diving on it was Harrington. And it's towards the boundary. It'll probably go out, I'd say. I'm pretty sure that was out. Yep, it was. Christie tried to convince the umpire that he'd kept it in, but it's out. So we'll have a boundary throw in.
Ray, one player that probably isn't playing this afternoon, but they're not missing at the moment, is Benny Searle for that outside run. So far, they haven't really needed it, Bayswater.
Yeah, no, you certainly haven't missed him the way they've gone so far.
So back in the ruck, and it goes right over the top that time. Won by Bayswater. Ducking under the tackle was Joel Galvin. He very nearly got his head taken off there.
That's a great tackle by the big man there, Benson. You know,
he's having a terrific game, Benson. Now the ball goes forward. Chasing back there is McInerney towards the boundary, and he's clobbed and almost hit into the fence there, Wayne McInerney.
He's actually been caught a couple of times, Joel Galvin, today, being a bit slow with his disposal.
Been pinged twice for holding the ball as well in that first term.
He's not the quickest, though, across the ground. It's just his skills.
The amount of football he gets, though, he's entitled to get pinged a couple of times throughout an afternoon. One of my all-time favourites. Don't really hear any background noise here. Crowd needs to get amongst it. Oh, there they are a little bit. A little handball across the half-forward line. Going after it now. Big ruckman there. For Croydon inside forward 50, and Bayswater through McInerney of the Scott variety switches the play here, and now Bayswater use the far side of the ground. Here's Wayne McInerney, tried to pull the mark in, had enough skill to get the handball over the top, and now the big man there in Cunningham on the right boot up towards the half forward line. Carried all players coming in from the side. Cam Smith might have given away a free kick for just touching Billy Dixon a tad high.
You can't do that running forward towards a player either.
You tell him, Brash, as the ball goes back into the middle, but McInerney slams it on his boot. Croydon have the numbers across the back play. Kick over there, that time by Freeman, switches it out nicely. Solid mark taken by Christie. He had a bit of space though, so just pops it over. Probably could have been better with the skills. Goes for Ficcarelli, who couldn't, had to try and trap it, got the handball away. That was okay, kept the ball alive. Coming in through on hands and knees was Miller. He did really well, kicked 2 goals in the first term, got the handball away, but free kick will go the way of the Croydon side. Jake Lynch across the half back line. Right in front of us here in the broadcast position, down the wing position. Great kick, and Clark comes out, and that was perfect for him to just pluck that. Kick goes up towards the half forward line now, and a big fist away. It was a 3-on-1 contest over the boundary line. She goes. David Eddy saw that go out, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Happy bunch of Bayswater reserves players down below at quarter time. They're on the Victoria bidder. That's their tradition, and they're on a fair old roll too, the Bayswater twos. Trav Gordon leading the way there, back in the side as it comes out now across the half forward line. Getting down there was Benson, the big man. Picked it up and then came up, and he wasn't being brought back to ground, especially by Van Ruin or Cotty. So the umpire to bounce this one, or throw it up, I should say. 40 metres out from goal, went straight down the throat there of Miller. A little look-away handball, went for chance, and it worked out okay. Kick goes up towards the wing position, though. Getting back to the Blues do have the numbers. Lynch dropped it, but he had some space. Handball eventually comes out to Smith on the right boot. Dumps it straight back to Clark. Oh, that is good, Jukes, Clark. He was almost off there. He is off. The umpires called him. Left foot kick was an absolute scrambler, but it might work out okay here for Matty Wilkins, who kicks it to the top of the goal square or thereabouts over the back. Ficcarelli around the body. He makes no mistake. He kicks his second on the Bendigo back scoreboard, and Croydon have kicked the last 3 goals, and they are on a bit of a run themselves. Bayswater with the first 6, Croydon with the last 3. 5 minutes into the second term here, and on the Bendigo bank scoreboard, it is Bayswater leading 6-2-38 to Croydon 3-1-19. Barry Cott's around the grounds with the score centre.
Yes, Division 2 scores up at Furniture Gully 15, Doncaster East 6, Mirrabbark 21, Mulgrave 9, Wanturna South 20 to Mitcham 9, and Lilydale 29 to Park Orchard 16.
Bayswater, they're under a little bit more pressure now, Brash. Croydon are sort of getting a little bit of composure and really controlling the ball, and a great mark to Jared Clark. That's been a trademark of his career, really, some taking screamers like that.
So Benson got the knockdown, but it fell for
Here's a go.
McGilvray Smith, and here they go with Bryce Galvin from outside 50. It looks to be drifting off to the right. In fact, it's out on the full, I think.
You're not wrong, Ray. He barely even tried. That was like a poke for him, and he still kicked it 50 metres.
Just a chip kick as Croydon bring the ball back in. They've made a great start to this quarter with that first goal. That's a dangerous quick grub, almost got hands on it. He's still there again. Paddles it forward to himself, gets a little, in fact, they're out of bounds over there, and it was Moore that took it out. So good start for Croydon, but they need a few more where those came from. It's a 19-point margin at the moment.
Well, they've controlled the opening 6 minutes here, Croydon, and Morris will be happy about that.
So there's the throw in again. Look at Benson. I think he must have about, I don't know how many hit-outs he's had so far, but he's going to have a fair few by the end of the day. Socket off the ground.
Great tackle.
And a great tackle coming in there. That was
Jamie Haig.
That was Jamie Haig.
Yeah.
Terrific tackle.
He's been a stalwart of the Croydon Football Club too,
Absolutely.
Jamie Haig. Yeah.
Because his brother also plays in this team. As Galvin gets the tap down, it's nicely done at Van Rooyen, gets the kick forward. Freeman's across there, but he won't get near it as it comes down, and it's going to be a free kick, I think.
Yep, holding.
So
good mark by Lynch against
it was
it too.
Terrific mark by Lynch going back. And
Van Rooyen can kick this.
Look, I've seen many a goal kick from this position at Bayswater Oval. It's certainly kickable.
I've seen many missed as well.
Yeah, you watch Fairmont. You watch
Think
Fairmont
positive,
too
Brash.
often.
Yeah, in grand finals.
So Van Rooyen, he's got a tough kick. He's right out deep, out wide in the pocket. He strikes it, not bad, but it's going across the face. Can they get a mark, though? Up go the hands. The ball going to be freed away. I think it was Benson he got to it. In fact, it wasn't Benson, it was Haag. And back towards goal. This isn't over yet. Mark is taken there. It's dangerous, and they'll get out of it, Croydon, but they were looking at 6s and 7s. Little chip to Harrington. He does well. Joel Galvin almost got an intercept there. Now Harrington, a little short kick, nicely done back inside, taken by Lynch. And he'll get a free kick because he was had the ball knocked out of his hands.
It was a mark.
It was a mark. Okay, so...
Why would you bounce it straight away?
So Harrington goes forward. Look at Clark was pushed. He got a massive shove there, but the umpire said play on. Now it's in the hands of Carter. Gets the kick forward. Can they get... Here's a chance. Little snap for goal. And it's gone through. It has gone through. It's another one for Ficcarelli. And that's his third for the day. It was all a bit sort of slow motion. He got... As we watched the replay, it was McCluskey who was on him. He seemed to have him. And then he just looked up and just got a little left foot snap and through it went.
Don't think Paul McCormick will be totally enamoured with this opening 8 minutes, Ray.
No, they wouldn't, Brash, but I say it every Sunday on EFL Sunday. One of my favourite players, Justin Ficcarelli.
Absolute gem. Barry Cott's around the grounds with the score centre.
Division 1 scores: South Croydon 15 to Doncaster 10, Noble Park 39 to Vermont 31, Blackburn 30, East Ringwood 13, Bourne 26 to Rowville 19, Montrose 28 to North Ringwood 7, and Knox 8, trailing North Ringwood, or leading North Ringwood 5.
Keep the scores coming through at Footy AFL. Tim Fitzsimons working feverishly, keeping everyone up to date on social media and doing a great job. I'll have to restart this one. It's in the middle of Bayswater Oval. 25 plays 38, 13-point ball game. Jess Moore Brett Beston's love child out towards the wing position, bouncing football. Here's Lopo, just tried to trap the football, stops props, gets the handball over the top there. That was okay. Little handball by the hyphen. McGilvray Smith got it away to Benny White. On the right boot now, goes inside forward 50. It had some carry. Cunningham couldn't quite pull down the mark that time, but was good enough to get the handball away. Here's Lopo. He's made some speed up towards Schroeder direction. It was knocked away from him just in the nick of time. Croydon did well there. Lynch got the spoil, got the handball away, and now the Blues can rebound up towards the wing position. Here's Justin Ficarelli. What a first half he's had. 3 goals, and now takes off a 25-metre penalty to boot also. So he kicked it up into space, but he'll happily go up and he'll take the mark. And I tell you what, if he can take off here if McInerney doesn't get quickly up to the man on the mark. The umpire almost gave him a solid there and let him get there. Ficarelli thumps the ball every bit towards the Clark direction, knocked away. It's still about 20 metres out from goal. The Blues do have the numbers though. Comes out, little handball. Here's Dempster over the top. Snap around the body by Thompson around. That is sensational, and the Blues are alight out here at Bayswater Oval. Straight through the middle. That one goes, and on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, 10.5 minutes into the second term, it's officially game back on. 7-point margin, Bayswater lead. Barry Cott, some more important scores around the grounds.
Yeah, quarter time score. Donvale 4-5-29 at Finchley Gully 2-2-14.
Brash, just getting back to that 30-metre penalty there for the encroaching in the area, restricted area. I thought that was good umpiring because he was definitely in the way.
So Benson with it out of the middle, goes inside 50, goes wide over the top. Here's an opportunity. If they get another one here, this will be it really has been an incredible comeback. They get it out. Now the snap off
Kempton.
the boot of Kempton. Haven't seen much of him, and it's marked by McInerney going back right on the line. But they're under siege here, Bayswater. They're really under the pump. Only by 7 points, and they're under as the ball goes across the face of goal. That was dangerous. Now it's been dropped there by Eddie. They look like they're just panicking a wee bit as the ball goes. They've basically gone from one side of the square right across to the other. And they switch it again. Little handball forward. That's going to be dangerous as well. Fumble. And picked up there by O'Reilly. Screams of holding the ball. The umpire said no. Towards the boundary, and they can't keep it in over there on the far side, but Croydon's pressure has just gone up, and there's a few fists flying in there too.
A little bit of argy-bargy.
They've lost their composure here, Bayswater, at the moment. Croydon have really
that forward 50 pressure, Brash, that's what it is.
So knocked down into the hands of Cote, or Cotty should I say. Van Roy, and a good tackle.
Gee, those forwards for Croydon, they're really working their backsides off to keep that ball inside.
So Benson into the ruck again. Up he goes, gets over the top of his man this time. That's nicely done. Hot cut. It was smothered off the boot, should I say. Back inside, diving on it. There was a Croydon player. Calls of holding the ball, but there's no holding the ball there.
Tell you what, it's going to get pretty tough from now on, right on in, I reckon. It's going to be none quarter given here.
White throws it up. Right in front of the grandstand, the brethren of Bayswater, and let's see if they can lift their side here as the kick goes up towards the half-forward line. Over the top it goes of Callanan, who got a fist on it, knocked it over the boundary line and out of bounds. Nathan Haig was right there, and we'll have a boundary throw-in. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. 98.1 Radio Eastern is streaming live around the globe, efl.org.au. Division 2 at its best today on EFL Game Day at the home of football, Bayswater Oval. Dixon taken over solidly over the boundary line by Kurt Lopez. Had a fantastic first half. Barry Cott's around the grounds with the score centre.
Yeah, Baronia 29 to Basin 6.
Short but sweet. We got the message as it comes out now. The kick goes inside forward 50 by Cotty. Inside he goes with just good jukes. And if you've got a man like Jackie Callanan coming out and plucking it, well, he's going to go back and have a ping from about 40 metres out. Not too much of a difficult angle. You'd expect him to put this one through, boys.
Hate to say it, Ray, but they need a steadier here,
They
Bayswater.
do, but when a man like Callanan puts his size 15 mitts up, the ball just stays there. Great
Callanan,
mark.
we're right behind him here. We'll ride it home. It's a sausage roll, but it's straight. It doesn't matter how it goes through the big sticks. Bayswater, a timely goal from then. A little bit of breathing space on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Back out to a 13-point lead as we go back around the grounds with Barry Cotts.
Yeah, Division 4 update, as I said, Baronia 29, Basin 6, South Belgrave 19 to Warrandyte 12. Coldstream 12, Forest Hill leading 18, White Horse Pioneers 34 to Killside 6, and Glue Overley Hawks 21 to Surrey Park, 3 behind 3 points.
So as Ben Warren Smith said, a bit of a steadier there for Bayswater. They've been under siege in this first quarter. I'm not quite sure what Morris D'Alessandro said to the boys at quarter time, but it certainly worked. And
it's
the margin.
A rocket.
I thought I heard some banging and fireworks. 13-point margin is up. It goes, and Benson again gets the tap down. Going in there for it. Almost getting hands on it there. Ball comes out now. Bayswater, they can attack again. They go inside 50, but that's going to be marked. Well, in fact, it was going to be marked, but it's been dropped back there. I think it was...
It was dropped because the sun was in his eyes.
The sun was in his eyes.
No, seriously, it was. He was looking right into the sun.
All right, take your word for that, Ray. There's a good tackle put in there over on the wing, and we'll have a ball up. Now, there could be a bit of sun. It was clouds around, but we'll take Ray Baird's word for that.
Why wouldn't you?
There's the tap down, nicely won by Bayswater, and it's probably not going to get cleared out of there. It does come out in the end. Diving on the ball there was Wilkins, and he's been wrapped up on the ground. So 13-point margin. It was Bayswater that got the early jump in this game, but Croydon have fought their way back well. Up it goes again. There's the tap down, nicely won there by Bayswater, but there's a whistle. And it's going to be a free kick to Croydon by the looks, yep.
Yeah, hooked up.
So Bailey Hocker with the ball. Looking around for someone to kick it to. Run about half back, he goes towards the wing. Up they go, almost a mark taken there. It was a good effort by Britton, but he couldn't quite hang on to it. Once again, the mandatory course holding the ball. The Bayswater supporters getting stuck into the umpire, but once again, there was no prior there, definitely. And the right decision by the umpire as it goes up again. Galvin gets an uncontested head out that time. He gets the ball forward. This might work out. Freeman, can he pick it up? No, he can't. Diving on it there was Van Ruin. Gets a great handball out if they can pick this one up. Nicely picked up there by Moore. Goes out to the wing. Now they go back inside, but they've turned it over. Nice work there by Dempster, and they can come off half back. This is where they're quite strong, Croydon, with the younger bodies. Dahl gets it right across the far side. Mark isn't taken, but it's been won back there by Haag, I think it is. He gets a left footer inside 50. And the hand pass back. Here's a chance if they can get it. Here's a big opportunity now, and it's Dempster. Dempster it was. Just an exchange of handballs. The ball came inside 50. It was a bit messy for a moment, but the ball went inside. A couple of transfers, and it was Dempster who suddenly found himself in the open, and he put it through.
What the Croydon side has learnt from the first quarter, Brash, because what they're doing now, their run and movement of the ball is exactly what Bayswater did in the first quarter. And look, Morris would be absolutely wrapped with their attack on the football.
Barry Cott's around the grounds with the score centre.
Yeah, Division 1, 4, 630. Blackburn to East Ringwood 2, 113.
So it's all happening around the east. Keep the scores coming through right throughout the afternoon at Footy EFL via Twitter. And we'll keep you up to date right here, 98.1 Radio Eastern and EFL.org.au. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Off to the races again. Here's Hocked up for the Blues. Inside forward 50. Over the top of Clark's head. Eddie got the quick kick away. He had his teammate there in support. That time it was McInerney of the Scott variety. He went backwards to go forwards. Clark put his pressure on there, and Schroeder sees it over the boundary line and out of bounds for Bayswater.
He's had a huge quarter, Jared Clark. He might not have put it on the scoreboard, but the amount of 1%ers and hard work to maintain that ball in their forward 50 has been phenomenal.
He's really crashed the packs, hasn't he, Brash?
Yep.
Split them right open.
Yeah, and it's noticeable because the man bun's moved down to the back of his neck now as the knock comes down. Van Ruin got the handball away. It was a look-away handball, disguised it nicely, gained 20 metres, and over the boundary line she goes.
And it's almost like, Brett, that some of the young Croydon boys have found a little bit more self-belief again.
Yeah, they certainly, I think those couple of goals that they got towards the back end of the quarter, and they've come out really, and obviously whatever Morris has said to them has worked as the tap goes down. Hodker, one of those young guns, once again calls it holding the ball. He's actually paid that. I thought he got
a stiff.
I thought he was unlucky, to be honest, but never mind. Had to pay one sooner or later. Ben Warren Smith, that's Ben Roy now, as Ben Warren Smith calls for them to go to that. Was holding the ball, surely it is.
I tell you what, as a coach, that is absolutely pleasing when you have the third player come in and chase him down.
So Wilkins gets a kick away, but it's not a good one. It's been cut off there easily by Schroeder. Schroeder at half back.
That was great by Lopo just to close on Wilkins to put that pressure on for him to cough it up.
It's worked away nicely by Bayswater. Now that's Grubb. Grubb goes right across the far side of the ground. Comfortable mark taken over there, but they're just going from side to side. Need to be looking to get it forward. Once again, just taking an age to do anything here. It's a 7-point margin at the moment. Now they get the ball down the line. That's a great mark. Fantastic mark taken. I think it's Callanan over there. Turns around, gets a right foot kick towards the hot spot. Goes over the head of Freeman. Back there to save the day was Christie. Freeman again looking around to get a handball away to someone. They're under a bit of pressure, but they keep their composure nicely. And they do get it away, so just, oh, that's dangerous. Joel Galvin goes in there, and he's got his hands on it too. Now Galvin, he's going to go.
I tell you what.
He might have this. Oh, I tell you what, I thought he was going to centre it, but he decided to go for goal, and he wasn't far away. Through for a minor score. So Bayswater 7-3-45 to 6-1-37 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Barry Cotts around the grounds with the score centre.
Yeah, Baronia 4-5-29 lead the Basin 1 goal straight 6.
Looking forward to hearing all the scores come through on a picturesque Saturday afternoon in the middle of July. We know it's the middle of July because I just got paid yesterday and I was pretty happy about that.
So it's like
That's your shout.
I'm Eddie Maguire rich for 2 weeks and then I'm in the gutter after that, mate.
So it's like your
knocked over the boundary line and out of bounds.
So it's your Christmas in July, is it?
Where's the turkey? Ray Baird,
Gobble.
You've got a good venue. Maybe we can go back to yours, mate. Umpire brings the ball back in.
We digress.
Galvin of the Bryce variety, little backhander, but it looks like Croydon do have the numbers here. Jess Moore, I tell you what, that's almost be a free kick.
He
The
should have been
whistle had
given
already been blown.
Because Lopo did exactly the same thing and they reversed the free kick. Umpires were a little bit inconsistent there.
So just outside the centre square here, far side of Bayswater. Oval, kick goes inside forward, 50 for the Waters there. Oh, Callanan, he might have plucked that. Instead, he didn't. Steps around the body. Which way will this one go? Bouncing football out of bounds. Tell you what, wouldn't that have been a goal if he had been able to pull that one through? And we will have a boundary throw in. It's an 8-point ball game here. Second quarter, 21 minutes tick over. Around the grounds very shortly. It's just come in. Galvin out of the pack and he squeezed it through. He can't. Pushed it to the right-hand side. The big man, he's been all over it and had a few shots on goal as well, but through for a minor score. 22 minutes are about to tick over now on that Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 9-point lead to Bayswater. Barry Cotts has got some more scores around the grounds.
Vermont and Noble Park. Noble Park 6-3-39 to Vermont 5-1-31.
So it's Marr that takes the tap to himself, goes for a run, kicks out towards the halfback flank. Over there is Clark. He's been prominent in this quarter, as we mentioned before, but it's going to come back. I think that was Grubb that got the kick forward, but it should be marked back there. Callanan dropped it, and I think he's out of bounds in the pocket, and it is.
He's got a serious sleeve on that leg there, Jackie Callanan.
And on the arm too, Brash. He's sort of got, actually it's quite interesting because he's got the sleeve on the right arm and the sleeve on the left leg. He's kind of not exactly sort of coordinated, you wouldn't think. There's the tap down, going in there looking for it was Ficcarelli, but the ball is out of bounds. This is turning into a pretty interesting duel. 22.5 minutes played in this second quarter. It's been a real game of sort of to and fro. Just when you think one side's getting on top, the other comes back. 46 plays 37, so 9 points. Ball goes in there. It's knocked away nicely there by Milner. Now they run it away off half-back. Kick straight down the centre of the ground. But they've got a real chance. Mark has been dropped. It should have been taken. That was Ficcarelli, but they're going to get another opportunity as they go inside 50. But it's a scrubby old kick. Nicely picked up there. And the handball back. It goes to Carter, who drops it. They got the fumble suddenly here, Croydon, and it's a bit hard to believe because the ground is in excellent condition. There's no rain.
Young Carter had it spent before he got it there.
And I think there was a lot on that handball. It went like a bullet straight to him.
Yeah, should have taken it though, I think. You've got to take those. Up it goes. Callanan into the ruck that time, gets the tap down. Hotka turns around on the right boot and hooks it towards full forward. They've still got an opportunity chasing towards the boundaries. Ficcarelli, but he gets the ball, puts it straight into the centre, but there's no one there. Well, no one there except for a Bayswater player who takes the mark, and the ball is going to come out towards Van Rooyen. And is that a mark or is it out of bounds? Very close to the boundary line. He has paid the mark. Handball, and they're keen to go, Bayswater. Something they haven't done so much in this quarter. That's good work. Dodging it is Moore. Moore gets the ball forward. Oh, good tackle. It was Callanan who had it for a moment, but it's been knocked out of his hands. And here they come again, but there's a whistle, and we'll be coming back for something.
Stupid play, put down after he got rid of the ball.
So, free kick to Dempster. Harrison Dempster gets it onto his left foot, kicks to about half forward, but that's a shocking kick, and it's easily picked off there by Galvin of the Joel variety. Goes right across to the back pocket. Hager's there for Croydon. He can't quite take it, and it's marked nicely. That's Grubb over there. Goes down the line. Good mark taken there by White. So White looks for the next stop and decides to handball it. Now they come down that far side. Up it goes. Oh, beautifully done. It's superbly picked up there by Dixon. Now back to Freeman, back to Dixon. Now the kick forward down to about towards the boundary line. It's still being kept on over there nicely by Kempton. Here they come again. Croydon. You absolutely swear it was going to go out over there, but somehow it's managed to stay in. But it's Bayswater who rebounds. Good mark taken there as they try and get it forward.
Whoever can kick a goal here is so important.
Absolutely vital. Grubb gets a handball off to McInerney. McInerney's kick is going to find a teammate. Turning around there and getting the kick away was Lopo. And he's just off target. Lopo, of course, he spent some time on the Sandringham VFL list over the last couple of seasons.
Barry Cott, some more scores around the grounds as we approach half-time across the league.
Division 1, Norwood 6-7-43 to Knox 2-2-14. Montrose 4-4-28, North Ringwood 1-1-7.
Okay, as the ball comes back into play, here's Galvin, the skipper. This way, that way. Oh, just drop punt, go for a goal. The skipper kicks the important one, and Bayswater on the eve of half-time out here at Bayswater Oval. 26 minutes gone now on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. They get some breathing space. 8-4-52, Croydon 6-1-37.
That's a great captain's goal, and I was just thinking 5 minutes ago when Joel Galvin took about his 4th mark for the quarter up here on the half-back line. What a great job he's been doing on the half-back line. And then he bobs up, you know, a minute later with a goal. A fantastic captain, Joel Galvin.
Just a cool head as well. A lot of players would have swung around and had a snap on the left. He just poised himself, sold the little bit of candy and went bang. Barry Cott, some more scores. They keep coming, don't they, Baz?
They certainly do. Doncaster East 4-1-25 to Upper Finchley Gully 2-5-17. One Turner South 3-2-20 to Mitcham 1-3-9.
Thanks for that, Baz.
So what an important couple of minutes it is before half-time. Croydon have kept themselves in touch and they won't want to lose touch despite conceding that goal. Hodke had it for a moment, but the umpire says we'll have a ball up. 15-point margin. Up it goes. Coming over the top was Benson again, got the head out, but it's probably going to be one. No, in fact, it might not be one. It's beautifully picked up there. Nicely worked by Dool. Kane Dool, who's had a pretty strong season. Haven't seen that much of him today. And it's going to be another ball up. So we've played 26, nearly 27 minutes. Up it goes. Benson, they had it head out. They won the clearance as well. There's Hodke. Hodke kicks to around about half forward. Going back there looking for the mark. That'll be a free kick. It was Britton. Riley Britton it was, he was going back with a flight and he's copped one, and the umpire says we're going to play a free kick, and this could be the goal that they were looking for.
Brett,
Yep.
you mentioned Hodke then. Look, what a huge quarter he has had.
Yeah,
His
absolutely.
impression on this second quarter has been enormous.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
one of the young guns in this Croydon side.
I think that was very Tiggy Touchwood, just my opinion.
So Riley Britton, this is an absolute must. He's got to kick this to get it back to a 9-point game going into half-time, and you'd back him in 9 times out of 10. Looks okay. He's got it straight over the goal umpire's head. He didn't even move, so Riley Britton gets his first goal of the day. And I tell you what, this Croydon side just won't go away. It's 8-4-52 to 7-1-43 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 28 minutes played.
Entertaining first half, gentlemen.
It's been a great game of football so far. It's been a game of momentum, and when you've got momentum, you make the most of it, and both sides have done that.
Any more scores coming through from around the eastern suburbs, Barry Cotts?
Baronia 4-6-30 to the Basin 3-2-20, and Donvale 4-5-29 at Finchley Gully 2-2-14.
So ball back in the middle here. There can't be too long left, can there, in this second term? Been a very entertaining first half. Ball bounces away, nicely done by Miller. He's kicked 2 goals. Handball out wide. He's Jess Moore. Little handball over the top. He was looking for Van Ruin, who had to go up to the contest and ride the bump. Nice handball there by Harrington, though, for the Blues. Got it away up towards the wing position. Here's a go for him. Handball goes. Here's Christie over the top. He just couldn't link up quite perfectly there, but Thompson was there for support. Gets it back to Christie. He can have a second go inside inside towards the forward pocket. Clark, he made him work very hard for it. It had to hit the target because the siren sounds to announce half-time out here at Bayswater Oval on EFL Game Day. A very entertaining first half on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 8-4-52, the Bayswater Football Club, the home side. They lead Croydon, who had an absolute ripper of a second quarter with 5 goals, 7-1-43. The major goal kickers on the ground. 3 goals to Justin Ficker, really, and they've all been class for the Croydon Blues, while Kieran Miller, who kicked 2 goals in the first term for the Waters, he's the major goal kicker for them. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast on Radio Eastern 98.1 and streaming live around the globe, efl.org.au. Keep the scores coming through at Footy EFL via Twitter, because Barry Kotz, who's got some important scores now, is going to keep us up to date right throughout, and especially at half-time as well.
An important half-time score in Division 1, South Croydon 5-5-35 to Doncaster, 2-10-22 at half-time.
Oh, okay, interesting. Dan Sensic, our EFL media manager, is out there this afternoon. He'll be coming out to give us a around the ground score later on today. But in the meantime, we're going to go to a couple of messages from our sponsors and come back, and then Barry's going to take us through all those important around the ground scores. Tim's going to join the panel as well. He'll give you an update on what's happening in the AFL also. And we're going to talk to Corey Norris from the Channel 9 newsroom. We hope the thumbs are up for that one. Half-time out here at Bayswater Oval. It's a great afternoon. It doesn't get much better than this for winter football. And I tell you what, we're excited about the second half. Stay tuned.
Should we go to flowers? Let's have a look at some flowers.
Flowers be nice. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's a good selection. Oh,
this
there we
is
go.
you. The football one.
Sporty, yeah.
This,
oh,
really
that's
good.
beautiful.
I think the sports one is you.
Personalise your funeral the way you like. Tobin Brothers Funeral's latest Memory Maker app guides you through the process before meeting with one of their funeral planners. Download Tobin Brothers Funeral's Memory Maker app now from iTunes or Google Play, or visit tobinbrothers.com.au. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Program sponsor.
EFL.org.au is the place to be online for all the latest on the Eastern Football League. Keep up to date by checking out the latest news and feature articles. Have your say in the EFL poll. Check out all the latest EFL videos, and best of all, you can listen back to any EFL radio program at any time. Head to efl.org.au. The Eastern Football League. Local footy at its best.
If you have ideas on how you want to be celebrated and you don't express them with others,